Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about Roth IRAs. So the difference between Roth IRAs and a normal retirement fund, which would be your 401k, is the fact that 401ks come when you're employed at a job, right? And you put money in, it comes straight out of your salary and it gets put into your company 401k, and you set that all up through your company. Now, if you don't have employment benefits that include setting up a 401k, a Roth IRA is a great alternative to your 401k. I have both because I read a book and it told me to have both, to be completely honest. And that book was called I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And that's exactly what I went through the exact steps in that book, and that's what I'm going to go through today. It told me where to go, but it didn't really show me how exactly to navigate, and I think that's why I'm doing this video, because there were a few roadblocks that were like, oh, I feel like I'm in investor land and I don't know what I'm doing. So I bought that book when I was 22, and so here I'm going to show you today. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to type in Vanguard. I use Vanguard. There's two main ones. It's Vanguard and Charles Schwab are equally as good, so you can kind of pick and choose. But this is exactly what I did, so you can kind of see where I'm putting my money, and so you know that I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction here. But go ahead and do your research. So you first get here, and this is where I was like, oh God, I have no idea what I'm doing. So you need to go to this Our Sites and drop down to Retirement Plan Participants. So then you get here and it's going to want to fill in because I used LastPass, right? So I don't know what is up with this site, but my scroll is gone. There's something wrong here, but it shows this guy right here, enroll in your retirement plan. This is not what you want to choose. That is not a Roth IRA. This one wants employee information, and so I clicked on that and then I didn't know what I was doing, and so just avoid that button in general. So anyway, I don't know what's wrong with this one, so I'm going to go to my other account. And so I'm up in here and it'll look like a home, right? So now you're going to type in open Roth IRA. It took me a very long time to find out that those are the keywords to get to the right place. So you're going to go ahead and search open Roth IRA. And I believe you're going to press the first one. Yes. And it's going to tell you your steps, decide which IRA, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to go through this. And what you're going to do is you're going to press this button here, open your IRA. Now, I will tell you, in order to open an IRA on Vanguard, you're going to need $1,000 out of the gate. It's minimum charge. It's not a charge. Minimum investment is $1,000 for certain funds that you go and purchase, and then they will give you money. So I just saved up for the $1,000 and then I opened my IRA. If you don't have $1,000, honestly, you shouldn't be opening an IRA right this second, unless you want to use Charles Schwab, because they don't have any minimum requirements. But I personally like Vanguard, so I'm going to show you kind of the cheater way to set up your investment account, and then you'll never look at it again. At least I don't. So you're going to open up your IRA. I think you need your social security number, kind of your standard paperwork, right? What you're going to do is you're going to set up a brokerage account. And how this was explained to in the book is your brokerage account is like a house, and the Roth IRA is like a room in the house. So you could have multiple things in your house, but your Roth IRA is one of the rooms. So what I do, there's different ways to set up your Roth and what you're going to invest in. I invest in what they call a target date fund. Target date fund is literally the year that you plan on retiring. And Vanguard helps you with this, and they kind of, depending on where you're born, which one you should be clicking. So I set up a target date fund because, one, I buy it, and then I set up automatic payments to keep buying more and more of this fund every month. So here's what I have. I buy, so open up this guy, and then you're going to have an account, and I typed in target. So once you set up your brokerage account, a lot of people forget that they actually have to go and buy the fund. So setting up the account isn't enough. You actually have to so you put in your money into your account and you think, oh yeah, I'm done. No, you're not done. You have to actually go and buy the fund, and then you're done, and set up automatic payments, and then you're done. So what I do is I do Vanguard Target Retirement Funds. Yes, this is what I want. So here's what they show you, right? So if you're born, so I was born right around here. So my target retirement is 2060, as you can see right there. So I do the 2060 fund, but you can see when you're born, it'll tell you which fund to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And this is the one that I buy into. There's lots of ones where you can kind of pick and choose your index funds and blah, 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 mutual funds, blah. But they told, in the book, they said, if you want to just not think about it and just invest and just know that it'll work, get a target retirement fund, because you don't have to mess with it. Because what it does, as you get closer to 2060, it'll start moving your money into bonds and safer investments instead of stocks and stuff. But right now it's pretty aggressive. So you kind of open it up, you can kind of see what it's been doing. I bought it around here, so it's definitely gone up. I've only been in this 2 years. And then you go and you press buy. So once you put your money in, you set up your brokerage account, then you're going to go to here and you're going to press buy. So just to repeat myself again, this is the VTTSX fund. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to buy. And of course, it's got a minimum of 1,000, so you're going to buy 1,000. So now we're going to go look at my information. I try to cover up some of like the personal information, but this is what I got so far. And this is totally an overshare. So here is my fund, so you know I'm not lying to you. I am invested in the fund. And here is my current balance. So I've only been in this fund for about a year, maybe a year and a half. I thought I set it up in February of 2020. So I've been in here for a little bit. Once you set up everything and you've purchased the $1,000, you don't want to stop there. You want to actually come in here and you want to go to your settings. Let's see, where is it? You want to go to your profile, account, and setting information. So you're going to click this guy. And then you're going to click automatic investment, this one. Now, I automatically invest $150 every month into this account because I already have like 15% going into my 401k. But you want to have like an additional extra. I just did 150 because I was like thinking that's the bare minimum I could spare. So I might up this. I'm definitely not maxing it out. And when I say maxing it out, your Roth IRA, you can only put a certain amount of money in it a year, depending on your wages. So you want to max out your 401k and your Roth IRA. That's what people say, at least. I am not there yet. But this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do your automatic investment. You're going to say once a month, you can pick the day, do $100. If not anything, just do $10. You'll never know that it's gone. And I'm telling you, I've only had this for a year and I already have like $3,000 in here. So I know it works. I don't sweat it. I know my money is being allocated as I go, as I age. So it's kind of like I can just sleep and it just invests for me. And then I have the returns invest as well. So automatically returns. That, I think it will mention it when you invest in the fund. So just make sure you check that box. But anyway, this is how you set up a Roth IRA. And I'll go into my other stocks and that kind of stuff. I hope this was helpful. I don't want to click, and try to set it up myself, but it should be self-explanatory from there. What I will do is I will post the link to the actual, this site right here, how to open an IRA, because this is the button you press, because I tried like 3 different buttons and I almost gave up on my retirement dreams. And I'm telling you, now I can't really go into the detail of why it's important to have an IRA, or a Roth IRA. It just is in every freaking financial book that I read. It's like compound and all you have is time and blah, blah, blah. So I know you can like make a serious amount of money using the Roth IRA, especially if you start super young. So the best advice I got was from that book, and it was like, do this, do this, do this, set it up, and then I have a link to that video as well. So I hope you guys find this helpful. I hope you guys open your Roth IRAs. It's so easy. Let me know how it goes and if you have any other questions. All right, thanks guys for watching.